analysis on this, I'm joined by Luciano Zaccara in the Qatari capital, Doha. He is an associate professor at the Gulf Studies Centre at Qatar University. Luciano, so as we're hearing from our correspondent there, a firm red line that Tehran has in terms of not wanting to stop enriching even low levels of uranium. And so what concessions is Iran willing to offer, and what's at stake here if diplomacy fails?
Well, I assume that the main concession that Iran wants to do is the same that it has been doing since a long time ago, which is to provide safety measures in order to prove that they don't want to weaponize the nuclear program, to allow inspections, to limit enrichment at some point in order to prevent reaching the 90%, which is necessary to produce a nuclear weapon, and also to limit the stock of enriched uranium they have, which is one of the main concerns that was addressed in the 2015 accord. The problem is now the situation changed drastically compared with last time. The technology of the technological development of the nuclear program in Iran has been much better than before, much higher than before. So now it's much more difficult to make these kind of concessions. Moreover, when the United States is asking to paralyze absolutely the whole nuclear program, which is something that at this point is totally illogical and undoable. Iran cannot concede that to the United States. They cannot concede that because they invested 30 years of nuclear development, technology, resources, in order to achieve this, the capacity to produce its own nuclear energy. So this is nothing that can be asked to any country. The only thing that they can be asked, according to the NPT, according to the international agreements, is to not to proliferate nuclear weapons. This is the only thing that Iran can concede.
And so with all of that in mind, and given that the US seems unwilling to budge on its own red lines, what are your predictions for the meeting taking place in Rome? Do you predict any progress will be made?
Well, according to what we hear right now, no. I was surprised that in the first 4 meetings, they keep saying that there has been progress, that there has been established a framework for negotiations, when the red lines have been drawn since the very beginning. And no change happened in that regard. So I don't know what else can be discussed without entering into this confrontation that is unsolvable. We already heard that even the leader Khamenei said that he doesn't think that this negotiations will succeed. Arakchi was saying the same, while the United States keeps saying that they are reaching or they have something that they will agree, but we don't see where they can agree. Iran already made clear that they will not abandon the nuclear program at all. And the United States keep insisting that this is a must. And I cannot understand how they're going to reach that agreement. My prediction is that in this round, we are not going to see any breakthrough. I predicted some time ago when we started that this would take a long time, that is not like Trump expected. We have to bear in mind that there were many years of negotiations before reaching the JCPOA, and this is almost starting from scratch. So I don't think it will be done in a very few months or very few meetings.
And if these talks do ultimately fail, what is at stake here? We know that Donald Trump had previously threatened military strikes, and I think the quote he made was violence like people have never seen before.
Well, I highly doubt that Trump is really interested in engaging in this kind of war with Iran. He has been saying that since 2020. And when he had the chance to engage militarily directly with Iran in 2020, he did not do it. He preferred not to engage. I tend to think that he's more or less bluffing, let's say, in a colloquial way, that he will not do or he will not start any military action because it will be big repercussion, not only for Iran and the US, but for the whole region. So the problem is we have other actors like Israel that they may act unilaterally as they did before, for instance, targeting nuclear scientists, targeting nuclear facilities in order to diminish the Iranian capabilities or affecting the nuclear industry without engaging directly in a war. But we already know that this may provoke a reaction from Iran as well. We already know that there has been exchanges last year 2 times in April and October. So a direct attack from Israel in this case will not prevent an Iranian retaliation as it happened before. So the situation is complicated right now.
Luciano Zaccara, Associate Professor at the Gulf Studies Center at Qatar University, joining us from Doha. Thank you.